Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Gabe with Indigo Software, genuine Microsoft software for less. Welcome back to another part of the computer building series. If you guys are enjoying this so far, let us know in the comment section below. Just a reminder, at any time, if you want to view the different sections that are separated by category of this series, you can find that in the description box below. Before we continue with the series, if you're interested in genuine Microsoft software at a great price, check out Indigo Software. We'll have links in the description box below. So without further ado, let's get started. The next thing I'm going to reach for is the RAM. So we'll talk about different configurations for the memory as well as how to actually install it. So we're going to start with unboxing the RAM and laying it out in front of us. Now, if you look at your motherboard closely, we'll try to show you here. We actually have silkscreen labels for our memory configuration. And mine says DIMM1, DIMM2, DIMM-B1, DIMM-B2. And this letter is indicating which channel the slot is connected to. Now again, we strongly urge referring to your manual for which RAM slots to use. And then the way we figure out which orientation to actually install this into the slot is by this little groove here. So we're gonna line this groove up with the little notch that's actually in the memory slots, and that'll tell you which orientation to install this. So once we find that, we can pull these two tabs down. Some motherboards will have them on both sides, whereas some will only have them on one side. In this case, it's top and bottom. And then we simply drop this in, and then we're just gonna give it a push right there until it snaps into place. And then we can close the tabs. Now for this setup, to get the dual channel, I'm going into the second and fourth slots here. Now if your build has an M.2 SSD, like ours does, now is the time to install that. Now if you're not sure where the slots are, you might want to check the owner's manual for where these slots might be hiding. Alright, now for the actual installation of the SSD, you're going to need to remove the heatsink if applicable. Here I'm just going to remove this cover. And you'll typically find a protective film on the bottom here. We're going to want to remove that, so an important thing not to forget. Now I removed this with the two Phillip head screws, one here and one here. Now next we can visually line up the SSD's pin side with the slot, and it should line up perfectly with this little tab on the M.2 slot, as mine is. Now just turning the camera around so you guys can see better what I'm doing. Again, we can line up this slot here, and then this is kind of just a visual reference to make sure that this is going to line up. Alright, and once we're ready to actually set this in place, we simply lift up at about 30-degree angle, and we're going to apply a little bit of pressure until the pins are no longer visible. Now this can sit on its own, but we have to push down the top. In this case, I have to push down the top, and then I can use this little stopper to basically keep it in place. The 2280 on other motherboards actually has a screw that you'll need to screw in right here. And now we can put our motherboard heatsink back on if applicable. Now be careful in this step not to over tighten any of these screws. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up this part of the series. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop those in the comment section below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Again, if you're interested in genuine Microsoft software at a great price, check out Indigo Software. We'll have links in the description box below. And finally, stay tuned for Windows Server 2022 videos. We're going to make a lot of those from this new computer build, and we're really excited about that, so just wanted to mention it. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.